Lesson 4, Terminating and Repeating Decimals. Rational numbers are numbers that can be written as fractions. A terminating decimal is a decimal with a repeating digit of 0. A repeating decimal is a decimal form of a rational number. To write a fraction as a decimal, divide the numerator by the denominator. So in this example, we have write 4/9 as a decimal. Remember that this is the numerator on the top. Numerator. And the one at the bottom is the denominator. So we have to divide 4 divided by 9. Okay, 4 divided by 9. If we have to divide 4 divided by 9, then we know that 4 goes into the cage of the division and the 6 goes outside. So how many times 6 goes into 4? 0. So we put 0 and a dot and put 1 0 here. How many times 6 goes into 40? 4 times. 4 times 6, 36. Then we subtract and we have 40 again. 4 again. Down the 0. Use it again and I have 0.44444. How do you write that? Since the 4 is repeating, we write it with a bar notation. The bar notation is the bar here on top of the 4 that repeats. The 4 repeats, so I put a bar notation on top. Let's go now to the exercises and see how do we do it. Number 1, write each fraction as a decimal, use bar notation if necessary. 8 divided by 9, so I'm going to divide 8 in the cage divided by 9, okay? So it goes 0 times, so I put 80. 9 times what is 80? 9 times 8, 72. Write each fraction as a decimal, use bar notation if necessary. Number 1, 8/9. How do you change it to a decimal? Okay, we're going to divide 8/9. We're going to put 8 in the cage like this and divide by 9. How many times 9 goes into 8? 0 times. So I'm going to do 8, 0. How many times 9 goes into 80? 8 times. 9 times 8, 72. Let's subtract. It's going to be 8. Put another 0. Then again. 9 times 8, 72. Subtract 8, 0, and so on. So this is going to be 0.8. This repeats, and I'm going to put a bar on top. 7 divided by 11. Let's put 7 in the cage. Divided by 11. 11 goes 0 times here, so I'm going to put 0 point. I'm going to bring a 0. 11 times one number gives me 70 or less than 70. It's going to be 6. 11 times 6 is 66. Let's subtract. It's going to be 7, 4. I'm going to bring the 0. Okay. 11 times what number gives me less than 30? Okay, 11 times 3 is going to be 33. I'm going to subtract. This is going to be 7 again. The 0 is going to be 6. So it's going to be 30, 66. 11 times 6, 66. Subtract again. I have 4, 0, and 3 again. So you can see here that this repeats 0.63, 63, 63. So I'm going to rewrite it as 0.63 repeating. And the bar indicates the numbers that are repeating, so it's on top of the 63. Let's move to the next. That is going to be 5 divided by 11. So we're going to put in the cage the... I'm sorry, we're going to do this one. 7 divided by 8. 7 divided by 8. Okay, how many times 8 goes in 7? 0 times. So put the 7. 8 times 8, 64. Okay, subtract is going to be 6. Bring the 0. 8 times 7, 56. I subtract. And I get 4. Okay, so it's going to be again 8 times 5 is 40. 40. Okay, if I add more numbers, 0.875. This ends here, so it's not necessary to put a repeating decimal because it's 0.870 ends the division right here, and I write it as 7 divided by 8 as 0.875. It's not a repeating decimal. Let's see number 5. 5 divided by 11. I'm going to put 5 in the cage, 11 outside, and 11 goes in 5 0 times. I put the 0. 11 times what give me less than 50 times 4? Going to give me 44. So I'm going to subtract 44. This is going to be 6. Bring the 0. 11 times 5 is going to be 55. Subtract. This is going to be 5. 0. This is going to be 4. 11 times 4 is 44. Subtract again. And I have 6, 0, and this is 5 again. So you see that repeat. So this one I can write it as negative 0.45. And since the 45 repeats, I'm going to put a bar over the 45.